Stuffnthings just showing off Proto Man as we get Race 2 underway.
Ooh, Casual Tom actually hesitating a little bit, deciding between Quickman and Flashman, and ultimately deciding on Quickman. So here we go. Race 2, or excuse me, Game 2 of this race is now underway.
So to reiterate, Quickman stage is one of the simpler stages to go through in a randomizer. It has the easiest to get E-Tank, and you really don't need items to make the stage go faster. Of course, you can always risk it, but with the randomized nature of the game, getting the correct weapons and items, and even having the items and weapons work as they should to make, say, Quickman go faster, it's just better to go to this stage first. You can also go to Flash or Metal for a short stage and get E-Tanks, but Quickman stage will do just fine.
Yeah, I think Quickman and Flashman are the de facto starting stages for most runners in this tournament. Not only are they fairly simple in their designs, like you said, there's no need for any kind of items or extra weaponry to get through the stages, and under most circumstances you're going to have 2 E-Tanks unless you get knocked off of the jumping platform section in the Flashman stage.
So our boys going synced in to our quick boss room, where we find ourselves a Woodman who is a little more durable than usual. So they're going to be plugging away pretty heavily with the buster shots, as Stuffnthings the first one to beat Wood, but Casual Tom needs to be careful.
Oh, no. I was going to say, Casual Tom missed an opportunity there. It looked like he was trying to get inside the Leaf Shield, but unfortunately was not able to do it. And unfortunately for him, that's probably what cost him that death there. We'll see if Casual Tom can recover from this, as he easily wins the refight. But unfortunately, Casual Tom now putting himself in a hole by taking that death.
As we find ourselves going to Flashman stage. So right now, Flashman stage, like I said, Flashman stage is one of those stages that really isn't that interesting to talk about. I mean, it's Flashman stage. Even in vanilla, there's not much to talk about in Flashman stage. It's Flashman stage.
Well, you have one interesting thing, and we see it on Casual Tom's side. That's the crash wall. Every once in a while, you get it where you can clonk the buster shot off and it actually takes the wall down. But aside from that, yeah, you're right. This is kind of like the mundane, boring stage of the game, where it's just like, alright, I can get through this quick, easy, just get it done and over with.
So we got Stuff being our first one to Flashman's room, where we get Flashman in his room. But a little speedy little devil.
Ooh, Casual Tom remembering that the explosion from the metal masher would knock him off of the platform, and backing off to make sure he was able to pick up that second E-Tank. But perhaps Casual Tom may want to look into more aggressively using his E-Tanks. I think taking a death in both races so far to an early boss when he had an E-Tank available.
So for right now, we got 2 stages down and we have no items. Just to know, items are randomized amongst the 8 bosses, so we don't know which item we're going to get from other boss, nor which boss even has items to begin with. But as the stages thin out, we will get our items.
Yeah, that, I think, is another reason why I would favor Quickman and Flashman. There is some amount of skipping that's available in the Metal Man stage if you have something like item 1, for example, where no matter what item you have, I don't think there's anything that you can do to skip inside of Flash or Quickman.
Well, normally you can in Quick, but with the randomization of the weapons in at least item 1, trying to skip Quickman stage is pretty undependable. As we get Airman in Bubbleman's room, gonna see if we get one of my favorite kind of Airman fights. Nope, he won't be sticking. He will not be sticking to the ceilings this time around, as we got a relatively low jumping air.
I was kind of hoping he'd go and jump up high because, as you said, he will get stuck up on the spikes, which makes the fight rather more perilous as you get that, oops, I jumped a little bit too high, got close to the spikes, and since Mega Man is actually just a giant hot air balloon, he will immediately pop.
So we got Stuffnthings going to Woodman stage, dealing with a long stretch of prop tops. Not deciding to kill him, just let him fly up so he can just casually pass through. So Woodman, not as crazy as the toolbox that we had the last season.
No, we're getting Airman actually cooperating somewhat here as Casual Tom lands his final hit. So we'll see what if Casual Tom tries to change things up a little bit, but no, looks like gonna take the same path as Stuffnthings. Gonna go into that Woodman stage.
So we got Stuffnthings getting past the midpoint, taking care of our 3 hot dogs, and about to see what's at the top of the treehouse here. So what do we have in Woodman's treehouse this day? Right now we got a lot of Joes. And it is absolutely all Joe. It is Joe's treehouse. Well, and a pet hermit crab.
Yeah, gotta have the pet hermit crab, you know? Gotta have something to keep you company.
Probably like the treehouse mascot or something.
The Casual Tom heading through the hot dog phase of the stage as Stuffnthings into the second half of the Woodman stage.
Yeah, just to get a few enemies here and there, and he about to make his way to the Woodman boss door, where we're about to find who our next boss is. Alrighty, Wood Boss Room. What kind of shenanigans will you show us this time around?
The correct answer is Quickman.
Who is immune to bubble and not quite so weak to the Buster, so he's just gonna stick with it.
Well, this could be dangerous for Stuffnthings if he gets bodied. Oh, there we go. There's the E-Tank. I was just gonna say, Stuffnthings, if he got hit twice, which he just did, so definitely a good use of an E-Tank on Stuffnthings' side, as he would have taken a death if he did not use it.
Gets rewarded with item 3 for his trouble, so that's the extra item to use, but is not quite to the level of our item 1 or our item 2. But regardless, he decides to just go ahead and does Metal Man right now and get that out of the way, as Casual Tom takes on his quick fight.
Oh, it looked like Casual Tom had I was gonna say, it looked like he had Quickman sort of pattern. Oh boy, there we go. Casual Tom recovering to finish off Quickman.
Stuffnthings got a rather vanilla-ish Metal Man stretch. We got mows and crushers along the way. I saw another enemy, but I wasn't paying attention too much, and Casual Tom making a very interesting choice. Going to Heatman stage rather early, now that he has item 3 in tow.
Now, I don't believe he used item 2 and just jumped across the Yoku blocks in that particular section of the Heatman stage. So a calculated risk, perhaps, from Casual Tom's side of thing, going, all right, well, I'm not going to have the item I want, so I may as well just get this one out of the way.
But as a consequence, he's gonna have to do the Yoku blocks normally yet again. So if Stuffnthings finds item 2 before Heat, there's gonna be a bit of a time sink on Casual Tom's end as Stuffnthings makes his way to the Metal Man boss room.
Well, the one thing Casual Tom will be able to do is it looks like, oh no, unfortunately, not able to get the zip, and I don't think he's going to be able to try it again, as it consumed too much weapon energy. Oh, unfortunate that got the energy drop, but unfortunately caught the side of it.
Heatman must have been hearing us talking about him, as Heatman was in Metal Man's room, where he was pretty much Buster Softwig, a very quick fight. Well, Stuffnthings also probably making the same thought and going to Heatman stage early.
Oh, nice. One of my favorites from Ninja Gaiden 2. And yes, this is another part of the randomizer, that the music in and of itself is randomized. Stuff just finished...
He finished Metal.
Metal Man, thank you. So technically, Stuffnthings is a stage ahead at this point, with Casual Tom getting to the end of the Heatman stage. So the barometer here is, will Casual Tom be able to get to the end of the next stage before Stuffnthings is able to finish off this Heatman stage?
Well, right now, Casual Tom just now finishing off Bubblement and finds item 2 here. So, whether it was a calculated risk or not, it was still, as far as the randomizer go, was the correct decision, because you would have had to done the Yoku blocks anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately for Stuffnthings, having to do the Yoku blocks, but this opens up Airman for Casual Tom, as he can potentially just use item 2 to try to, speed his way through. But it looks like, relatively speaking, I guess I shouldn't say it, but, a safe Airman stage?
No, we just got Space Monkeys. The Space Monkeys, actually, for the first half, not using item 2 will be wise, because those monkeys will knock you off that item 2. So, Space Monkeys doing some air raiding tonight.
Yeah, we'll see, actually, if Stuffnthings, just tries to set up item 2, or... Ooh, Casual Tom...
Turn around, Tom, turn around!
Item 2.
Casual Tom making things a little more difficult than it needs to be. If Casual Tom just turned around to the left, he would have spawned the PPs from the opposite side, and he just would have just chased them and just would have been cruising with the item 2. So kind of a bit of a wasted effort for some of the item 2 usage.
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe a little bit of a lack of knowledge from Casual Tom's side, just from not having the overall experience that Stuffnthings does. But we'll see. Maybe, Casual Tom may just be able to learn from this, as he's able to finish the stage, but unfortunately has Metal Man still to do, where he's into Crashman stage left over, as Stuffnthings only has Crashman remaining. So we'll see how far behind Casual Tom is going into the Crashman stage compared to Stuffnthings.
And I'm kind of surprised Stuffnthings, well, no, I don't remember if I saw Stuffnthings try to use item 2 in the first part, because he definitely did not use it in this second half.
I think he did try to use it, but jumped off fairly quickly. Or he may not have used it at all. Stuffnthings definitely used it in the first race, but at the end of the day, Stuffnthings is able to finish that Airman stage off. So into the last stage of Robot Masters, Stuffnthings goes with Crashman left, and it looks like item 1 of all things locked behind Crashman.
And from that first screen, the moving platform section is gonna be pretty annoying. We got rabbits on the first screen. And for those that are unfamiliar with the randomizer, one of the things you can notice as far as Crashman stage goes, the first enemies or sets of enemies you see on the first screen of Crash, you're gonna see here.
Yeah,
rabbits.
Flash Stopper, please.
Rabbits are one of the worst enemies to have, and it's metal immune too.
Oh no! Oh,
and he doesn't have Leaf Shield either. He needs to use Flash.
Yeah, this is just... this is disgusting.
Well, fortunately, Flash is not a full draining Flash, but it's also a very quick acting Flash. As soon as he uses it, it pretty much just ends immediately. So this is a really nasty set of moving platform screens.
This is just ouch. But at this point, I think Stuffnthings doing the right thing and just getting the rabbits off of the stage. But I think the most important part is that you actually make it up the ladder for Stuffnthings. As once you make it up the ladder, then you can just fire away and get rid of these rabbits. But oh no, Stuffnthings might be taking a death here.
About to say, Stuffin was taking a bit of a risk. He has a couple of E-tanks. He could have used one just for the sake of safety, but he's able to clutch it out.
And he's to the checkpoint now, so if he does take a death here, he will start right where he is on this particular screen. And Casual Tom struggling a little bit, getting knocked all the way down. No, able to hold the ladder. Okay, so Casual Tom now into the second of our nightmare elevator rooms here.
There we go. Just making sure Casual Tom used that E-tank. He was running low on energy. Meanwhile, we got another rabbit guarding the right side of the crash climb.
Oh my!
Rabbit season's full in effect this stage.
Yeah. Oh my! That's just so disgusting.
Better hope he got that flash equipped because.
Just not able to make it quite in time. But yeah, gonna.
This is an extreme. This was an extremely nasty crash stage with the enemies that was given to them this seed. The crash climb was terrible. The moving platform section was god awful. Casual Tom trying to brute force through the rabbit.
I don't think that's gonna work. It's gonna. Gonna use item 3 and get through it. So, gonna make up some time here on Stuffnthings. Using the item 3 like we were talking about the runners not being able to use in the first race. So, Casual Tom probably going to take a little bit of a pit stop and get that E-tank back. But
Better
definitely
Man being
not going to be very far behind. Oh, actually choosing the high ladder, going to pick up the one up. And zoom his way to boss door. As just about 20 minutes even, Stuffnthings is going to make his way into Wily 1.
And since we're in Wally 1, you know what time it is. Everyone in chat, please join us in a lovely little game of guessing the color of the dragon. And of course, as always, extra credit for the boss weakness. I'll be the one to start this time, and I will go with one of my usual favorites. I always gotta go monochrome. Any kind of shades of grays, silvers, blacks, and whites. And I'll be good to go with a weakness of, let's do air shooter this time around.
Oh, you stole my weapon away from me, but I think we're looking at a Barbie world here. I'm seeing a lot of pink here on Casual Tom's side of things. So let's see if that trend continues. So we'll run out the pink dragon. But, let's go Bubble Lead this time around. Because this has been one of those seeds where it's like, hey, suckers, you got your PBs last time around, but yeah, time to, drop the hammer on you this time around.
Yeah, so Tom's using the item too. Still facing in the wrong direction, and the birds are just pretty much head crashing them.
Yeah, Casual Tom's got one E-Tank left to use, so he may want to try to hold on to that. Or hopefully, oh wow, both of our runners on one remaining energy tank, as Stuffnthings is going to reveal our dragon.
Alright, Color Gods, what do you say? That is more purple than pink to me.
I think that's more pink than purple. You gotta look at the head, not the back.
Well, regardless, is weak to Buster, so it's a moot point. We got a dead dragon.
But yeah, that might be a Barney dragon more so than a Barbie dragon. But, oh boy. So we'll see in the end credits what the other weaknesses were. Because I think Casual Tom may just stick with the Buster himself and be rewarded by taking down the dragon fairly quickly.
So we still have yet to find our wall weakness. I'm pretty sure Stuffnthings are going to use this stage to dig for wall weaknesses. So we're going to see what's our wall weakness going to be for this seed. Assuming our shrimp doesn't block the way.
Well, whatever you just used got it done.
That was the quick boomerang. So little like we got Stuffnthings going to our final stretch on his way to Boo Beams, and looks like we are greeted with monkeys and tellies. The monkeys may have been blocking the first parts, but yeah, they're going back to space.
Boo Beams? I think you're a little ahead of yourself there. This is Picotan.
Did I say Boo Beam?
Yeah.
Did not mean to say that. Don't know why I get those two confused. They seem to mesh together quite a bit. Well, right now we got ourselves a true vanilla weakness. One shot with the bubbles. And I would like to say this is definitely probably the weapon they need to go to this seed. Good weapon consumption, even though it's basically 1 unit per shot, but it's still 1 shot. So I think this is the best weakness for this seed.
Yeah, I'll trade half of my weapon bar to take down a boss because as part of the randomizer, there are a couple extra weapon refills thrown about the stages, and Stuffnthings is probably going to take at least one of them here. He may jump across. Nope, looks like he's just going to drop down instead.
And we got more flying monkeys right in the stretch of Wally 3, so that small little stretch is pretty free.
Wow, Casual Tom finding the leaf shield to be the effective, but not quite so much. Let's see. No, that's not it. Get that bubble lead going. There you go. Casual Tom finding the bubble lead weakness for the Picotan blocks.
I really missed the leaf shield. Did it take more than one shot of leaf to destroy the Pico units?
Yeah, it took two, unfortunately, and
yeah,
bailed out of that pretty quickly.
Yeah, you definitely skipping that. If leaf shield doesn't one shot, it's worthless. Speaking of things not being worthless, we got ourselves another Buster Week boss. The Guts team pretty much just getting wiped off the face of the castle by Stuffnthings with the Buster.
Yeah, so it looks like Casual Tom heading into the halftime break and Stuffnthings heading out of the halftime break. That is the Wily 3 stage. Casual Tom gonna take the item refill, and it looks like picking up an E-Tank at the beginning of the stage.
Clever use of item 3 for stuff to make sure that the ladder climb is faster. Run a bit low, but of course probably gonna just use item 2 to go through these fake platform sections and just make them pretty much a non-factor.
Yeah, Stuffnthings also gonna pass up on that E-Tank, which well, hopefully he has enough tanks going through. I believe he should have 3 at this point.
Yeah, you really do not go for that E-Tank. It's just enough out of the way to be pretty much a decent time sink. Pretty much no one goes for it unless they're really desperate for an E-Tank.
Oh, Casual Tom finding the Buster right away, so yeah, he's a little bit behind this time around, but oh no, Stuffnthings, I don't think you're supposed to drop down on that right side there.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Seeing the enemy that was there, he decided to damage boost and use item 1 to make that section quicker. So yeah, that was definitely intentional. Good old vanilla any percent strats.
Yeah, fair enough. Usually when I see that fall over to the right side, you know, a little bit of panic ensues, and then you lose the iframe. And, you know, since Mega Man is a hot air, he'll end up popping like a balloon when he ends up being vulnerable on the spikes.
Well, it looks like Bubble is 2 for 2 from Wily weaknesses. It's also weak to the Boo Beam turrets. Of course, I could be silly and just say these are Pico turrets just to make things balanced out for my mistake earlier, but sure, whatever.
Oh, it's alright. Every once in a while, it happens. I've certainly made my fair share of minor little blunders, but oh well.
But yeah, with the Boo Beam turrets down, Stuffnthings is on his way to the refis and pretty much has a pretty significant lead on Casual Tom, who is still working through the moving platform sections of Wily 4.
Well, I think he's through the tough one at this point. With the fat fan. Okay. Casual Tom able to make the turn with a pause buffer. I thought he may have let that one go just a little too far, but Casual Tom able to recover. So we'll see if he can make up some time here going into the Boo Beam turrets as Stuffnthings is, I believe, 4 bosses in at this point.
Yeah, at the very least, we can see if Casual Tom can quickly find the weakness compared to Squid. I mean, Stuff. I don't know why I got Squid on the head. Shout out to Squidman, by the way. Apparently, I'm thinking of him tonight. I don't know what that means, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it looks like Casual Tom had a pretty easy time of things. But unfortunately, Stuffnthings onto his 6th robot fight now. So Casual Tom has a bit of a task on his hands.
Yes, but yeah, on the 7th Robot Master, Stuffing just breezing through each and every Robot Master, slowly on his way to the Wily Machine fight. Right now, it probably needs the act of the Wily Machine to even things out. But right now, I just can't see it. The Wily Machine's just gonna have to prove me wrong.
Well, rumor has it, it's 50% of the time Buster weak, but flip a coin and it ends up heads twice in a row. Well, we'll see. Oh boy.
And as expected, the Wily Machine does not prove me wrong. Is Buster weak? So of course both faces are weak to Buster if Buster is a weakness.
Yeah, Casual Tom just starting the back half of his refights. So going into Victory Road, Stuffnthings at about 31:45. And he's going to drop to the right and just have a go at the alien instead of refilling anything. So hopefully Stuffnthings will be able to close this out and not run into any issues with item energy. Or weapon energy, I should say.
I shouldn't expect it, but we need to note if the weakness is Bubble again, since Bubble has been a weakness for quite a bit of Wily bosses.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Stuffnthings really just has to find that item, and it looked like quick boomerang. I heard a giant plonk. Oh, yep.
Well.
It looks like Stuffnthings should have enough energy.
Yeah, he should definitely have enough.
And there it is.
Yeah, get your GGs again in chat for Stuffnthings as he wins the second race in our tournament match 2-0 with official SRL time of 32 minutes and 46 seconds. GGs to Stuff.
Yeah. 2 very respectable times. A 32:08 in game 1, and now with a 32:46 in what was a much more difficult game 2 seed. So Stuffnthings definitely might be putting a certain defending champion that I see in the Twitch chat on notice that might have a rough time of things in their next match going forward.
Yeah, as you said before, that said champion did get sent to the losers by our winner, Stuffnthings. History can possibly repeat itself, but we don't know that quite yet, as we're going to see if we can try to get Stuff in for an interview and have Casual Tom come in for his Wily Machine fight. Wily Alien fight, I mean.
Yeah, Casual Tom trying the air shooter. Oh, looks like he's just gonna go for the bubble as well. And there it is, Casual Tom gonna finish this out with unfortunately a 0-2 result, but I believe that might be.
Well, the official SR. Well, first off, GG's to Casual Tom as he finishes with official SRL time of let's see, what was that? 32 minutes and 46 seconds. I think we might have had a slight issue with our goals because it says it's another PB by two and a half
It may
minutes.
just not have updated the time because it still listed the previous time of 36:59.
Yeah, Tom's first race hasn't been recorded yet, so it doesn't know.
Well, sure. Come on in, and welcome to the Discord stuff.
Hi, guys.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, and Casual Tom's in too. So,
Boo.
hello, Tom.
Hi, how's it going?
All right. First and foremost, GGs to the both of you guys. Good races to the both of you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG's, Tom.
Thanks. I'm improving, so can't feel too bad. I thought I'd probably do worse, so it's encouraging.
No, you got 234s tonight. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I was kind of salty about that first one because, I made stupid mistakes in both. That's still happening because I'm just still, trying to improve. But GG stuff and things. That must have been pretty good. I can't wait to check it out and see how you pulled it off.
Yeah, that first race was a lot of fun. The second race, what was with that crash stage? Jeez.
Oh my god. That rabbit.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but I'm like,
I know
all
I
right,
was.
Oh boy, I may as well. You guys bring it up first. Then I won't feel so bad, and trying to twist the knife with that crash stage.
That was brutal.
That was awful. Item 1 was locked in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't use the zip, and the rabbits were there, and they were metal proof.
Yep.
Hooray! And then Flash could get you through. What else? What was after that?
I used
Something
like
else
3 E-tanks in that stage.
Oh, that was so.
It was at least 2.
That was one of those crash stages where you're like, I'm either gonna make it through or I'm gonna quit because this is.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up using item 3 to get past that last rabbit there. And how about that first seed with the seafood medley?
Yeah, the bulletproof seafood. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
I'm going to Red Lobster tomorrow.
Yeah, that first seat was definitely like the seafood all-you-could-eat buffet.
Yeah, it
except
was
you couldn't
bulletproof
kill 'em.
seafood, and then the seafood combo showed up like 3 times.
Yeah, that was one of the worst things I've seen yet in a rando.
All right, so with the race in the books, we have Stuffnthings going to be moving on in the brackets. So, Stuff, you're gonna have
Yay.
Claim your prize stuff.
We were talking about this last night, and Tom and I were arguing over who was going to throw because we don't want to move on in this bracket.
Well,
Stuff is. I think you might have you have a shot because don't forget, of course, first and foremost, your next opponent is Prodigy, but we can't forget that you were the one that sent him to the losers bracket last year in the very beginning. You don't think you can try to repeat that feat?
We'll see. Anything can happen. It is the randomizer, so I'll do my best. If I can keep pulling off 32s, I'll be really happy. I'm happy with where I am, so that's really good. And if I can pick like a time for the race that's in the middle of the night for Prodigy, maybe.
yeah, get him when he's tired and not really at the top of his game. I see. Strategy, gonna try to use what he's got.
There's more strats than just in the game. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Casual Tom, you've been sent to losers. You don't have a matchup yet. Right now, you are waiting for the loser of the Kumba and Metalo match. So,
oh boy. I mean, I was aware of that, but it's really not a whole lot better than Stuffnthings' prize.
These are tough brackets now.
Yeah, it's just an honor to make it this far and to race against you guys. So, I mean, it's fun. I was hesitant to enter this tourney at first just because I hadn't played it a whole lot. And now that I'm in it, this is honestly like the most fun I've had with Mega Man 2. That says something for me.
That's awesome. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, I'll be back for sure.
I mean, this race has done wonders for you. This one race alone. You got, I mean, as far as the race bar is concerned, you PB twice.
Yeah, those were legit PBs too. Like I sometimes just will like run. I did like 3 seeds or not off stream, but I don't usually run live split because I don't know. For some reason I just don't run live split usually when I'm doing rando unless I'm doing the tourney, or like I don't know why, but yeah, I just kind of went back and counted my time in the video and it was like almost a sub 35, and today I got almost a sub 34, and I'm just banging my head against the wall for some stupid mistakes I made in both. Like I forgot I had item 2 for heat in that first seed. And I used an E-Tank on accident in Heat Stage, but luckily it didn't cause me too many problems. And I forgot I had an E-Tank for that wood fight in that second seed, and I ended up dying. So, oh well,
yeah,
live and learn.
I was going to bring that up. I think both races, you took a death to an early boss when you had an E-Tank available.
Yeah,
That's going to cost you usually anywhere in the area of about 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's just, I guess I was just nervous. I don't know. So I'll definitely try to be quicker on those E-Tanks in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult because there are a finite number of E-Tanks and you're never really sure, you know, do I use it now or do I have to save it for later? But when you're against a boss and you have an E-Tank, especially that early in the game, just use the E-Tank. You're going to save yourself 20 plus seconds, and you know that might have been what you know allows you in the next match to break into that 33-minute time barrier.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get there. I do intend to run the weeklies with these guys, and yeah, hopefully I'll just keep improving and learn from these mistakes. But yeah, it's just early in the game you forget that you have E-Tanks just because it's early, so it just doesn't occur to me. And late in the game, it just feeds you a bunch of E-Tanks. It's almost not even a concern when you're playing on easy. But yeah, early in the game, I just gotta remember, don't die.
That is definitely a good strategy.
Yeah, I better write that one down for next time.
All right, I think it's about time to wrap things up here. Before we do official closeout, do you two guys have any last words, last shout-outs you want to say before we end it here?
No, other than GG to Tom and congrats on the PB. And yeah, thanks to you guys for doing commentary. Thanks Daggett for doing the tracking, and thanks to SpeedGaming for putting this all on.
Yeah, GG2 Stuffnthings, congrats. Look forward to catching some of these future races. Then thanks again for the commentary, Reed, Frico, and Daggett for the tracking. Shoutouts to the chat, shoutouts to my chat. And I actually, I didn't have the chance to say this yet, but I wanted to say thanks to Vin for signing up for this tourney. I talked him into it earlier, and you know, he got placed in our bracket and he got moved around, and that was kind of rough for someone who was new to the rando, but I was really proud to see that he stuck it out, and he went through with it, and he says he had fun. So just thanks so much for signing up. It meant a lot to all of us here in the tournament, so we really appreciate it, Vin, in case you're watching.
All right, so okay, of course, GG to our racers. Be sure to follow our runners. They took their time to entertain the masses, and we got ourselves a pretty nice race as a result. Speaking of races, we do not have another tournament race scheduled as of yet. We will have another race is scheduled up as soon as possible. So, of course, stay tuned to the SpeedGaming channel networks, and the actual tournament Discord, where we probably will have stuff scheduled up and such and such from there. Of course, thanks to Charlie Boy, who is our tournament organizer, who helped set this thing up. Of course, as always, we got to thank Duckfist for creating the randomizer, SpeedGaming and SRL as a whole to keep things in the background and behind the scenes all readied up and stable. Of course, GG's to our tracker. We can't forget our trackers yet again in Daggett.
Definitely the unsung hero of everything that goes on. So unlike them, they don't get to have a voice and a say in things like we do. But definitely Daggett keeping us honest with having all the information ready to go for us with the tracking side of things.
And speaking of things that keep things going, of course, shout outs to my fellow co-commentator Frico, who's commentating with me this evening.
Yeah, you'll hear a little bit more of me going forward, since I wanted to let others jump into the booth and get their feet wet, as it were. So it wasn't just me and you doing every tournament match. It felt like last year. It was Prodigy I did a bunch with, you, Charlie Boy. Figured, let a couple other people in on it, and save my voice for a couple of the better matches going forward.
Ever the delight, Frico. But yeah, for Frico and everyone else around the SG community, and for the Mega Man 2 Randomizer community, this is LV Creed, wishing everyone a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be, and we'll see you the next time we have ourselves our next match. So, until then, good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.